Earlier, Tibetan teacher says non-virtuous friends doesn't come in as horns on the head and the things in mouth and wearing funny rough dresses, but will come as friend, dear, for your sake, for your safety, for your own measure, protection, etc. In that manner it comes. So that is exactly what it is. My job to point it out, which I did point it out. I don't mean you have to ignore. Again, you don't ignore, you take your safety, but you don't get irritated, you don't get upset. And so this irritation, getting upset, getting anger, getting angry, is negative emotion, is the negativities. So focusing that, recognizing, focusing. If you have a mindfulness, then you'll be aware of it. The lack of mindfulness makes it take over by those negative emotions. If you have a mindfulness, you recognize it. So you immediately acknowledge this as a negative. Since we are not being mindful, so it has a chance to take root in your mind stream, influence your mind for another phase of it. So mindfulness really makes tremendous difference. Focusing, concentration is mindfulness. Mindfulness means awareness and acknowledging it, honestly. Sort of half-hearted things happening is not mindfulness. Mindfulness is really aware of what's happening within the individual, individual's mind. Particularly when you are not aware of it, when you are relaxed. So the mindfulness has to be learned and habitually picked it up. In other words, mindfulness is something that you can get addicted. Put the other way around. You don't call that addicted, right? But still, you can. When it happens, so it's always there, it's alert. And that addiction, if it's called, as I just now called, if it's called addiction, that is good addiction. And you will not caught without awareness anytime, anywhere, because that is very good thing. Not only it just protects you from negativities, it will also protect you from unhealthiness. If you are mindfulness of health, and then you do not want eat something wrong, very sugary stuff. That at least I was told. And though I love sugar, that's why I became diabetic. I don't know whether you remember or not, I used to eat tremendous amount of Amy Joy's donuts, almost like 2 dozen a day. So no wonder why I became diabetic, Even as a kid, I used to chew candies at night and stick a blanket on my face every morning, stuck over there. You have to pull it. So, but I was told sugar is not good for your uh, health, which I now know, but I still don't have awareness. I still don't have alertness. And I wanted to chew sweet, which is like a sugar-free sweet, but it never tastes the same thing. Though it's sweet, but it never tastes. And Dutch people make sugar-free chocolate, and not that good. It's not the same thing. My alertness and awareness, mindfulness on chocolate is strong. So that the sugar-free chocolate, so when you taste, you know it is not the real one. So that happens all the time. So that awareness and alertness, mindfulness, when it's really you don't have to put efforts when you get into it. So then you'll be very alert with the wrong things, like a very much aware of the sugar-free chocolate is not the real one. When you look at it, you know. You put in your mouth, you know. When you taste, you know. When you're melting on your tongue, you know it is not. That's because of the mindfulness on chocolate is too strong, so that the fake is not right, is known. That is how mindfulness works. And on anything you do, people who are very much concentrated on their work, like what we call it, absent mind professors. They are so much mindful on the subject, and then they forget other things because their awareness is not that much. Total awareness is focused in one thing. That's why absent mind professor become. It's not that the professor doesn't have mind and the concentration and the focus. They do have a too strong, too mindful on his or her subject, so the other things are neglected. So that is how mindfulness works. And our job is not mindfulness in one only, but everything, whatever we have to do, we have to be mindful on that, so that negativities have no place to take within you. Unhealthy things have no place to take within you. Unwanted events has no place to take within you. Mindfulness does that. It also not only give you relaxation of the mind, it also give you comfort in mental comfort. The mindfulness is really, really important. Concentration is one of the ethics, is mindfulness. Mindfulness, without mindfulness, nothing really works, as I told you. Even the wisdom is a wisdom, great, no doubt. But the greatness of the wisdom depends on the mindfulness. Shine lamda tawe Landong saying, Shirab saying, Shinelam that Landongi, Chisam Jajan Yumu Midobe, Yellow Puta Chube, Shirabdi, Yume Shine, Tala Kyunani, Tada Ume Rigwe Tuning, Tanzimita Tamjin was. So without focusing, concentration, or shamatha, no matter how strong great wisdom might be, it will get nowhere. It will, no matter how much you analyze, it will not reverse the negativities and negative emotions, a negative mind. So the great wisdom, knowing truly what it is, needs to mount on the horses of concentration or shamatha, and then use the weapon of a sharp wisdom or the mind of a center. Center means free of extreme right and extreme left, a middle path. And then cuts the roots of self-grasping, ego-grasping. So that is how it works. Concentration, focusing is fundamental principle of one of the fundamental principles of Buddhism. It affects tremendously in our life. It affects very positively to our practice. And many of us, what we call it, practice, certain words we say, with and without focusing and thinking. You may think it doesn't serve any purpose, but it does serve a purpose. Even you don't think it does serve a purpose, because there are some people who says, I say a lot of blah, 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 but doesn't mean I don't know what it is, I don't think about it. Even I know I don't think about it. And so it doesn't really mean much to me at all, which is not true. Even you don't think about it, even it doesn't mean thing for you to say, but you do have a vow of saying, vow of thinking about it. So at least 3 times a day, 3 times a night, 6 times 24 hours. So those vows are not broken, fulfilling those prayers you say. Even nothing, even though nothing, even then is not a waste of your time. It is fulfilling your vow and commitment. Otherwise, it will breaking your vow, and it will not only breaking vow, it becomes obstacle for your development. It becomes obstruction for your understanding. It becomes an obstruction for you to improving your mind. So don't think it is nothing. It is something. Even though you don't think anything, you begin to say the word recognition is ended. Even then, it serves a purpose. So I normally don't mention that too much, because we want to understand, we want to think, we want to use our mind, and that's why I don't mention. But sometimes, if I don't mention, some people may think, well, is useless anyway. Forget it, and I've forgotten, and I'm going to, sometime before I die, I repair my vow somewhere, somehow, so people may think that way. So better not. Vow intact is much better than repaired vow.